There are places that don't appear on any map, yet when you arrive, they feel strangely familiar. Nameless mountains seem to hold the soul of the land, and the quiet highlands hide stories even the locals doubt are real. Now let's explore these hidden places that even the locals can't quite believe exist. The Eastern Alps, shrouded in mist, are a scene straight out of a forgotten fairy tale. The majestic beauty of the mountains rises in silence, as if they are hiding sacred and magical secrets that only the lucky ones can discover. Each mountain peak is a symbol of immortality, a part of the world beyond human vision, where time seems to stand still. In that space, I feel like a small part of nature, drawn into the invisible attraction of the landscape. And when I climbed Fanjingshan, I not only conquered the arduous stone steps, but also felt the sacredness of the temple suspended in the clouds, like a great highlight in the vast sky. 7,500 feet above sea level, the thin air made me feel like I was stepping across a boundary between the mundane world and a sacred realm, where humans and the earth and sky merge together. Standing on the top of the mountain, I clearly felt that every moment in this space contained silence, depth, and eternity. The surrounding clouds seemed not just mist, but the soul of the mountain forest, preserving and protecting everything that lived in it. This was not just a place to explore, but a space to find peace of mind. As I continued my journey through Yasano, Libo, and Basongkuo, I not only felt the natural beauty, but also felt as if I could hear nature breathing, a magical music reverberating in every breath of wind, in every wave of the stream, and in the rustling of leaves under my feet. Every place I set foot on was like a song I had never heard before, yet strangely familiar. Yasano with its deep valleys, Libo with its system of waterfalls that are as faint as gentle waltzes, and Basongkuo, where the blue lake reflects the transparent sky, are all like unspoken melodies that resonate in my soul. Unlike the scenes I had seen in travel advertisements, this place was a pristine and sacred world, where the music of nature blended with the space, creating a feeling of absolute serenity. There seems to be nothing artificial here. Only the purest and most authentic things of heaven and earth remain. It feels like entering a timeless space, where everything slows down. The breath of nature, along with your own breath, becomes part of the eternal world. Every sound, every image here is a gentle musical note, bringing a deep stillness, making me unable to help but stop and listen, enjoy. That feeling is like a reminder that nature is not only what we see, but also what we feel in our souls. Continuing the journey, I came to the Wang Mountains, which is not only a beautiful natural landscape, but also the cradle of Chinese martial arts traditions, especially spiral martial arts, an indispensable part of the folk culture here. The majestic mountains, shrouded in mist, are like invisible walls protecting the thousand-year-old secrets of martial arts tradition. Here, the image of Sun Wukong, one of the legendary figures in Chinese culture, is not only a symbol, but also a symbol of strength and perseverance. We clearly feel the deep connection between nature and people. The Wuang Mountains are not only a scenic spot, but also a place to preserve cultural values and martial arts spirit, values that have transcended many generations, keeping the flame of tradition alive. As I walked among the ancient temples and the strong walls, I not only admired the natural beauty, but also felt the invisible power of the ancient martial arts disciples who had trained here, fought and preserved this culture. It made me realize that in every mountain, in every passing wind, there are stories and living history that only those who seek can understand. After leaving the Wuang Mountains, I continued my journey to Hashan Mountain, which is not only famous for its majestic natural beauty, but also for its dangerous trails, where every step is a real challenge. The narrow paths, only a few inches wide, clinging to the steep cliffs with old wooden steps, made me feel clearly the fragility of life, as well as the strength and resilience of those who bravely walked through it. The history of Mount Hashan is more than 2,000 years long, and it is in the hardship of those paths that I feel the silence and sacredness of this mountain. The scenery here is not like the usual tourist spots where one can stop and enjoy. It requires patience and determination not to retreat. Standing in the middle of that space, I felt a strong connection to the past, as if I was walking in the footsteps of the ancient Buddhists who had crossed these paths, not only for religious purposes, but also in the search for enlightenment and wisdom. Mount Hashan is not only a place to test the body's endurance, but also a place to challenge courage and faith, a place where every step is a journey of one's own, facing majestic nature and harsh challenges. Leaving the rugged paths of Mount Hashan, I continued my journey to Hai Lake, which impresses not only with its peaceful beauty, but also with the rich biodiversity it hosts. Hai Lake, one of the largest freshwater lakes in China, with its vast area and impressive depth, is home to hundreds of species of fish, including rare and endangered species. Standing by the lake shore, I could clearly feel the life overflowing in every ripple, and the gentle sound of the engine caressing the earth and sky. This feeling was special, as if this lake was not only a priceless resource, but also a living symbol of conservation and ecological balance. In addition to providing water for millions of people in the area, Hai Lake is also home to countless species of animals, including unique fish species that can only be found here. What I witnessed at Hai Lake was not only the majesty of nature, but also the
Horlicks Diabetes Plus blood sugar-ஐ manage பண்ணும் முதல் நாளிலிருந்தே.
Diabetesல sugar-ஐ control பண்ணணும் ஐயா சார்.
அதோட ஃபைபரை அதிகமாக்கணும். அதனால தான் Horlicks Diabetes Plus. இதன் dual blend high fiber sugar spikes-ஐ குறைச்சி blood sugar-ஐ manage பண்ணும் முதல் நாளிலிருந்தே.
Head gear, take us to the big four. Open the sunroof.
Presenting Darren's Clovers, made for epic journeys.
Kia, movement that inspires.
இங்க ஒரு கப்பல் இருக்காங்க. அவங்களோட 16 years of happily
wonderful harmony between humans and nature. This made me reflect on the importance of protecting and maintaining biodiversity, as every creature, no matter how small or large, contributes to the survival of the planet. From the crystal clear water to the rich ecosystem around the lake, all are testaments to the exquisiteness and amazing beauty of nature, making me feel lucky to have witnessed and understood it firsthand. Leaving High Lake, I continued to Tianti Mountain, which not only contains majestic natural beauty, but is also the birthplace of a famous school of Chinese Buddhism. Tianti Mountain, with an altitude of about 4,300 feet, features majestic and peaceful landscapes, making me feel like I was lost in another world, where time seemed to stand still. With every step on the winding roads, I felt the silence and depth of the space, as if it was inviting me to find peace of mind. The ancient Buddhist temples on the mountain are not only a place of worship, but also a testament to the power of faith and perseverance over thousands of years. Under the fresh and cool air, I felt like I was part of this vast space, immersing myself in nature, listening to the wind blowing through the trees, and feeling the sacredness of heaven and earth. Tianti Mountain is not only a place of worship, but also a wonderful space for those who seek tranquility and enlightenment to calm down and reflect on life. The feeling of standing in the midst of vast nature, next to ancient Buddhist structures, made me understand that worship and devotion do not only come from rituals or prayers, but also from deep harmony with nature and the universe. Tianti Mountain, with its serene beauty, is a place where everyone can find inner peace and an invisible source of strength from the connection with nature and faith. After some peaceful moments on Tianti Mountain, I continued my journey to Canis Lake, which is not only famous for its natural beauty, but also for a magical phenomenon, the glowing lake phenomenon. Canis Lake, with its crystal clear emerald green water, like a precious gem of nature, seems to contain invisible power, making me surprised to witness the water reflecting the sunlight, creating brilliant, mysterious colors. The glowing water, with its magical transformation between colors, made me feel like I was lost in a magical world, where everything seemed to have life, from the gentle waves to the sparkling light on the lake surface. Standing on the shore of the lake, I not only admire the natural beauty, but also feel its mystery, a phenomenon that nature has bestowed upon this place, making me feel connected to a world that cannot be explained in words. Canis Lake is not only a place to enjoy the beauty of the landscape,